Well, good morning. There, we got two people watching. Good morning. This is Tuesday. Got three people watching. That's great. Hello, Aaron Willis. Trying to send Grizz a link. All right. Hopefully that went through okay. Awesome. Hello, B&J. There's Ann Fulton. Oh, about like yesterday. Same thing, different day. I will put the link in here for just a little bit. You're going to Evansville today. We'll run the tires off of that new car, Ann. There's the link. Brad, if you want to come in, Aaron Willis, I haven't seen you ever. Oh, you got to take him down there. The staples come out. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that link in there for just a little bit because they say that people are coming on your channel imposing as somebody that you might know, and then they show porn, and that'll get your channel taken down. Just anything to mess with you. Brad, if you'd like to come up, be glad to have you. No kidding. What's next? Okay. All right. All right. When you get ready, Brad, if you want to come up, tell me. Okay, Ann, talk to you later. Have a safe trip. Yeah, Brad, just tell me and I'll put it back in there. Of course, somebody that wanted to, they can grab it and store it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Brad, you've still got your messenger. Let's see if I can put it in there. Might be a little safer. Yeah, go to somebody else's channel. Oh, there's Grizz. You're not a stalker, are you?
Yeah, I'm a stalker, all right. How's it going this morning, Kim?
Great. Have you heard what they've been doing? There's people. It hasn't happened to me yet. They're imposing as somebody that you might know, and then when you open it up, they put porn on there.
Oh yeah. They've been doing that. And hey, Kim, there's a good way to get around that.
Okay, I'm all ears.
When you like you can see me on camera before you bring me up, right?
Right.
Okay, and what they're doing is they're putting a video up of that person just sitting like they're in the live stream or whatever already. But what you do is at that point, because they can hear you, I can hear you talking, they can hear you. You tell them, hey, Grizz 270, if that's really you, hold 2 fingers up or hold 5 fingers up. But each time feel it differently. If they respond, then you know that they're listening and it's who they say they are and it's not a recording.
Okay. Brad, with that note, I'll put it in here. Okay, Brad, here's the link.
But yeah, just ask them to do something to let you know that that's live and not a recording that way.
Okay, there you go, Brad. Good point.
Yeah, 14 quarts of stewed tomatoes yesterday.
Oh man.
I could have got about 16 quarts, but I can only get 7 quarts in the canner at a time. So I only canned at 14. The last 2 quarts, I cooked that on down and turned it into a really delicious spaghetti sauce.
Okay, there's Brad. If you can hear me, hold up 5 fingers. There you go.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, that's a safer way.
That is so.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous what's going on YouTube, guys. What's wrong with these people?
Well, that's
Well,
a great way to do it, Grizz. Thank you.
The thing is about that, about the trolls doing that stuff. I hate the part that they're playing the porn, set to shut your channel down. But I
Exactly.
think it's cool that they're getting creative on ways to try to be deceptive.
Right.
Now, the part where they're playing porn, that's not the cool part of it. But it's cool
No.
that people are being deceptive and making us have to think, how can we outwit each other?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel sorry for Bobby McNutt. He got his taken down for that 90 days or something he got.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Yeah.
Bobby McNutt. He lost his live stream because somebody played a porno on his live stream.
Well, I thought he got it taken down quicker, so he didn't lose it.
No, they still nailed it.
Oh my God!
Pretty
Well,
sad.
At least he didn't lose his channel.
Right. Yeah, they just took his live streaming away for, I think it was 90 days or 30 days, something like that. Whatever YouTube does now. I know I lost mine when I first started live streaming, but it wasn't anything like that.
I
got mad at my computer and started freaking out and didn't realize I was on live, and they took my live stream right away from me. Yeah, that didn't work out too good that day.
I didn't I didn't lose anything other than my monetization.
Mm-hmm.
I was clicking on the ads.
Ah,
Don't click on your own ads.
oh no. I ain't got none anyway, so I ain't got to worry about them right now.
Well, it was right after I was monetized, and I thought, well, hey, this is cool. I'll click on my ads so I can get more money.
Right?
That didn't last very long.
No. They catch on to that stuff pretty quick there, Kim.
But I don't know. It wasn't very long. I'm thinking it was only like 30 days
Right?
because I was getting ready to go on a cruise, and by the time I got back, I was up and running again.
Yeah.
And that's like 2 years ago. So, Brad, did you change your email?
Yeah, I did.
Well, what I did was I sent it in that messenger,
Right.
but
I seen
I mean,
it pop
you
up.
didn't need an email,
No.
but they're talking about taking that away too.
Yeah, they are. So that's
What are
why
they taking away now?
a way to message people.
Oh yeah, it's already they've already taken away the deal to even add people onto it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, really? Well, I haven't added nobody, so. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on here, hon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care of
That
that.
kind of irritates me. They just put that on there. When they first put it on there, I was like, this is stupid. And then they got to liking it, and it hasn't been up there very long. And now they're taking it away. It's like, come on, guys, get your act together.
I hear you. It's like we got kindergartners running YouTube or something. I don't know. They like something.
I've really been.
And then, they let everybody get used to it, and then they make it disappear. Like what? It's like playing games with us.
I don't want to tell YouTube how to run their business or anything, and I'm not hating on YouTube or nothing. But the way I'm starting to see it, I'm starting to think that I want to look for an alternative place to upload videos, even if it's whether you make money on it or not. I'm starting to look for another alternative resource to go to.
Oh yeah.
I know I won't get the views on it, but like I said, I do it for my own entertainment, really.
That's right.
Well, they've got that one VidMe, something like that.
Yeah, that's another platform, kind of like YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's several different places, but you got to kind of watch on out because what I've been reading is that I don't remember which one is which, but a lot of them will only allow you to upload clips of like a minute and a half long. In other words, you 5 megabyte of data, to upload. You know, you really have to watch what you're getting on into, because I mean, I want to be able to upload, 15, 20-minute long videos, 30-minute videos or whatever, and not be restricted on it.
Exactly.
And Reddit was kind of looking like a good deal, but I don't like how they promote that, where it's all about, the comments.
Okay. Robert, he said he heard one that's called Story Fire. Story Fire.
Story Fire, I'll have to check into that one. I haven't heard of that one yet.
I've never heard of it.
Story Fire, yeah. I'll check that out too.
Now you've got your little flash drive thing, right, Grizz?
I got a little T2 deal to plug in. Yeah. 2 terabyte storage deal.
Right. Well, you can store your videos that you've already made. Well, you can store anything on there.
I store everything on it, and then, but I don't really keep much of my videos. But I should. They tell you I'm what I'm going to do when I determine that I'm going to move over to another site. I'm going to download the best of my videos and transfer them on to the new site. I won't transfer them all over.
Yeah, I got to figure that part out, how to transfer them. If I go to another platform, I might as well bring all my videos with me, right?
Yeah. And it will be time consuming, because you got to download your videos. If you don't have them stored and saved,
Exactly.
on a hard drive or something, then you got to download them and use up your data. If you're concerned about data, you got to download those videos down to your device and then re-upload them to the new platform.
Right. Boy,
I understand a lot of where YouTube is going, on a lot of stuff. I do. I don't really have no huge complaint, but I still think that they're becoming too restrictive.
Oh yeah,
and
big time.
I'm just afraid of where they're going with it.
Yeah, that's just it. Like, is YouTube just going to all of a sudden shut down one day? Like, we don't know that, right?
Well, that's true.
Speaking of which, I want to turn my camera off, because there's a new policy, no smoking. And if this monetized, they'll demonetize the video if they see too much of it.
When did they do that?
I don't know. I was in Rick's channel last night, and they were talking about that. Rick read the new policy on it. They're not allowing any tobacco to be shown.
What about drinking?
You can still drink, but isn't that crazy? We're moving more and more to legalizing marijuana and outlawing tobacco. I mean,
right.
Go figure.
That makes no sense at all. So what are they going to do with all the channels that are doing their medical marijuana? Are they going to allow them to be on TV, on YouTube with that?
They did talk some on that. I heard Rick talk a little bit about it. I got to go in and read it for myself.
Right.
I'll do that sometime today. But basically, what there is actually no. It said no promoting of minors getting drunk or drinking. No illegal drugs. No recreational drugs. There was somebody. I don't know. I got to read the whole deal on it.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, they're saying that you can't do this stuff on a monetized video. They're not saying that you can't do it on their videos.
Right.
They're just saying if you want to be monetized, you can't have this stuff on there.
Well, about all my live streams get the yellow flag.
Why is that?
I have no idea.
I think everybody's is that way. Mine's that same way. All my live streams get yellow flagged. Most of them, I go ahead and appeal, and then they turn them back to green. Some of them they don't.
I've never had that.
After they turn to green, you might get 3 or 4 views afterwards, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Right, but I've never had that myself.
Well, it's because I'm monetized. you're not.
Right. I'm not. Right. Right. Wow.
But
I don't know if I want to get
whenever
monetized.
when I go back and look at it, I always request a view or review.
Right.
And then about a day later, after everybody's gone, you know,
Yeah.
what it says is limited advertisement.
Right.
You still get the views. You still get the watch time.
Yeah. But you don't get the payment for the advertisements.
Right.
But what I suggested Rick to try, and you might want to try it too, is just one of these times when you decide to go live, don't invite anybody up on the panel. Just
Right.
go live by yourself. And then, you know, I mean, like I could call you and you could put me on the speakerphone and we could chat that way.
Right.
I think it has something to do with having people, the more people that you have on the panel, it draws up, it brings a red flag to, well, did somebody say something or do something that they shouldn't have?
Right. Right.
You know, so I think it has to do with that. So I would attempt that, to give it a try, and maybe just do it by phone.
Yeah, that might. I don't know. That might work. It might not. It's hard to say.
But the whole point of doing it, you know, just like Brad, I get to look at him.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's where you need to update your cell phone, Rick. And I mean, Kim. Then we could do a live feed on the phone, and you can still look at me.
There you go.
Not that you want to look at me per se.
Well, you know.
No, it is cool to have a face-to-face conversation, though. I know.
Right.
And I'm not saying do that on every stream, because, like, you know, realistically, it's not really about the monetization. It's just about the social gathering. Really, is what it's really about.
Right.
So actually, but I'm just saying, you know, try it maybe as an experiment.
I'd do it. I'd try it.
Ann was in here earlier. Maybe you didn't
My
see.
head's crooked today.
Maybe you guys didn't see Ann, but her husband Roy, he had cancer on his head,
Oh, no way.
and he's had 4 surgeries. And today we're going back to Evansville, which is about around an hour from us,
Right.
to remove the stitches.
Oh, good.
They said they got it all this time.
Awesome.
Oh man.
That's awesome. I know a friend of mine back in Woodstock when we were living there, he got face cancer, eh? Like his nose and everything was literally gone, eh? And the doctor told him, he said, well, you might as well just go home and rest and relax and get ready to go see God, eh? And he said, well, I'm not giving up like that. So he called a doctor in China. And that doctor said, have you got a webcam? And the doctor took one look at him. He says, you eat as many aspirin as you can without getting sick. Do that every day. That healed him up for about, I'd say 10 years. And then it came back. But he got an extra 10 years. You know what I mean? Out of eating a couple bottles of aspirin, where his family doctor didn't tell him nothing about that, eh? It's ridiculous.
Wow. Hello, fat boy.
It's like doctors. Hey, fat boy, good morning. It's like doctors, you know, if they don't get their pockets filled with money, they don't care about you.
Right.
That's
ridiculous, Brad.
They always talk about giving you, or you take an aspirin a day.
Right.
To help your heart. My
that's actually bad for you.
Never told me that.
Yeah, but that's actually bad for you, eh, Kim? I've had doctors tell me, why are you taking them pills? Well, because my family doctor told me to take them he said, you shouldn't take them every day. They're not good for your heart like that, he said.
Aspirin?
The 81 milligram for your heart, because I was on them too from a heart attack, eh? And a doctor at the hospital actually told me, he said, you shouldn't take them, eh? Not every day. He said, just when you feel a bit of discomfort or something, then take a couple. But he says, other than that, don't take them every day because they're really not good for you, he told me. I said, why wouldn't my family physician tell me that? And he wouldn't answer that, eh?
I don't believe that.
Well, no, actually, Kim, Brad is right. You know what? My brother, he's not a doctor, he's an RN. And it came up on our Marco Polo chats that we've been doing here a few weeks ago. And my brother Chuck had started taking aspirin for just like what Brad was saying. And Eugene, my brother Eugene, told him, he says, "No, don't do that. I know it's a blood thinner, and it's he goes to the, you really don't need to do that. It's not good for you. You actually cause them more problems than you're curing or preventing."
That's right. It's in your blood.
He says it's best to keep aspirin handy. Like if you're having a heart attack, take a couple. When you sense that you feel like you're having a heart attack, because they are a blood thinner. But you don't want to do that ongoing, because in the event that you have let's say in the event that you have a nasty wreck and you get cut open and it's a blood thinner, you're more apt to bleed to death.
Oh yeah.
You can also, if your thing gets too thin, it could be done like a friend of mine, another friend of mine that had a stroke and stuff. Well, they thinned his blood down so much that his brain started hemorrhaging from too much blood thinner.
Yep. Your ears bleed, your eyes
the other way, you can cause all sorts of problems. So it's really not good to continually take it long term. And if you read on the pills, the bottles say that, don't take it long term.
Well, you're not supposed to smoke cigarettes either, Grizz. You gonna quit that?
Yeah.
I'm not smoking cigarettes for medicine purposes.
Well, I take one 325 milligram. Why? Why not the 81? They're so damn expensive. I can get a whole big bottle for a couple bucks of the 325.
Right.
And I just take one a day. I know they say not to do it, but hell, I've been taking them for 10 years. So
hey, Brad, I got to tell you about it. You were talking about the face cancer your buddy had. I had a friend of mine that had similar deal. His mouth, the side of his mouth. I don't know. Do you remember on Saturday Night Live they had the Fire Marshal Bill?
Yep, I remember that show.
This friend of mine yeah. This friend of mine looked exactly, because of the face cancer that he had, he looked exactly like a spitting image of Fire Marshal Bill.
Wow.
I mean, he was hideous to look at because of his face cancer. Right. When we'd go hunting and stuff, we'd hunt over the other side of the mountain, in Sisters and stuff. We'd run on into town to get some supplies or something. And, this one time we went into this place to get some supplies, and the gal asked him, "What happened to your face?" And he says, when I was a child, my parents made me learn how to eat with a fork, and I was a spastic child, and I kept on stabbing myself in the face. She says, "No, what really happened?" He says, "I was actually born really ugly as a child, so I went to a plastic surgeon to have my face beautified." He says, "What do you think?" And the lady clerk says, "I think you need a second opinion."
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is that this guy had so much humor that when I first met him, I couldn't take my face. It was total shock looking at him. Okay, but after getting to know him, after talking for like 2 or 3 minutes, I never thought of his face ever again unless somebody brought it up. And he always had such a quick comeback with a result that had so much humor about it that everybody fell in love with him.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just it.
I've heard of them with your nose. They take it and they sew it to the top of your head somehow to graft the food or the skin back for so long, and then later they cut that loose. There's a girl that used to come on the channel. Her name was Jen. She lives up by New York.
Right.
She had that done. And you can see a little scar, but not bad. She showed me the pictures, what she looked like while she was waiting for it to grow.
Right. Geez, I
Isn't
done
that,
that.
don't they,
I
don't
done
they
that.
give
with my nose
a
a couple
balloon?
of days.
Don't they take like a balloon or something, Ken, and just put it underneath the skin, and they slowly stretch out the skin with that balloon? You know, keep it periodically. They blow it up a little bit more until they have enough skin, and then they can pull that down in place where they need it.
Could be. She didn't say anything about a balloon.
I've seen them do stuff like that, you know, in the medical field.
Well, my brother-in-law, they was talking about they may have to take skin and graft it, but the doctor had enough to stretch it. He's got several staples across his forehead.
Wow.
Well, it's up higher, not his
Yeah.
forehead, up on his head.
Right.
And he shaves his head, so he didn't have to worry about the hair part. He's bald on the very top.
Yeah. That's like my dad. He's bald on top too, but he kept a horseshoe around here, eh? And he's got a little tuft of hair that grows in the center here, eh, guys? And he tries to comb it over. Doesn't do any good.
No.
Don't ever do that, guys. It doesn't look good.
Well,
How do
he
you do
used to
that?
do that, and I don't know if this caused him to do it, but Pam says, why don't you just cut it, you know, because it's not doing the trick. He do the comb over thing.
Right. Yeah,
And,
I
you
told
know,
them.
once he started shaving his head and we got used to it, you know, he looks fine. He
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like Roy. I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's like getting a brand new haircut you've never had before. Everybody looks at you like, ooh, what'd you do, right? Well, after what,
Yeah.
maybe a day or two, everybody's, hey, there it is, you know? It's just because it's different for that little bit of time, right?
Well, it's like when I butch my head, I always think when I give myself a butch, I always think that I look hideous. A lot of other people say they like my haircut, you know, with a butch, but I think I look hideous. I know it feels much better. That's why I do it. I don't care about my looks, but I'm not used to seeing myself with a butch after I've had my long hair.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you know, with my dog, when I had him, I'd always shear him down to nothing because I'm not going to give 30 to 50 bucks to take him, have him groomed. I just take my clippers and his hair was so thick you couldn't put the guard, the comb to make it longer.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I tried that. So I just sheared him down to nothing. And in 2 or 3 weeks, he started looking fine, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked it. He'd start acting like a little pup.
Oh, yeah. So how are you today, Waterbug? Hey, Gris, how do you do that with your camera?
With that,
Oh, you just shut your camera off.
Oh, okay. I'm going to
Yeah.
do that in a minute and take a
and you can put an icon. One of these days, I got to put a picture icon on mine. I haven't done that yet.
Well, you tell me how to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to do that too.
Yeah, when I look at it and do that, I know it can be done. When I look at it to see how to do that, hey, that looks like a smiley face out there.
That did.
But when I figured out how to do that, you know, yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Kim keeps winking at us.
What
I mean,
about,
I'm going to have to do it from my other phone because I don't have any pictures stored on this phone. So I'll just have to go on my other phone and tie it into Wi-Fi and then go through the StreamYard. And
well, I don't know how you change it.
I don't either.
I haven't figured it out.
Yeah, I've tried, Kim. I can't figure it out either.
well, when you first bring up, I've seen it that when you first bring up on StreamYard, when you first bring it up, there's the settings or in there, something like that, where you download it. I don't remember exactly where it's at or anything, but there is a settings. There is a spot where you can go in and change your icon.
Man, and it's when you first bring it up, Is that the answer?
Yeah, when you first bring up StreamYard, if I remember right, I'll have to go in there and I'll have to look.
Okay. Waterbug, what do you mean? How is the doctor today, Kim? Are you talking about me? I'm no doctor.
I'll be right back. I got to get me another cup of coffee.
Okay.
Lost my chat for a minute. Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Marie.
Marie. Sorry, Marie. I can't see straight today.
I understand that.
I haven't really felt good all morning, eh, Kim?
What's wrong?
I don't know, just upset stomach. Yeah, it's not a good morning.
There you come back.
Yep. I think I'll do that on my streams too, because it's safer than getting shut out for 3 months, right?
Right. Yeah, they can take a video of you.
Yep.
And play it when you're coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Waterbug's just joking. Waterbug, if you want to come up, I'll put a link in here for you.
Come on up, Waterbug.
Let
So
me
how-
know. I don't like it. They got a new wrinkle now. People's coming up playing porn
Yeah.
and getting your channel shut down. So if you want to, I'll put the link back. But make sure you mute that YouTube page or the volume.
I got to get a bag of regular oatmeal today, Kim, and do my dogs, give them a bath in it. They got dry skin big time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how you get rid of dry skin, eh? They say the bath them in oatmeal. Just regular oatmeal, no flavors or anything like that, no sugar, just the oatmeal.
Okay.
They fill up your tub with like so much water, right? Enough to thicken up the oatmeal, and then you just spread it all over your dog and let it sit. And the thick liquid that comes from it is what moisturizes the dog, eh?
I'll be darned.
Yeah. When I found that out, I thought that's a lot easier than bathing them, twice or 3 times a week for sure. Because that's not good for them either, right?
No. I didn't give Cade very many baths.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't an outside dog.
Right. Yeah, mine are inside too, but they were digging and scratching, eh? And then I found out that
Okay.
it was dry skin.
Well, I had trouble with fleas.
Right.
He's allergic to the bites, and you put that stuff on him, and they still bite him, and then he gets itching. Well, right before, the end,
right,
I found out you can get this pill from your vet that'll last for 3 months.
Right, for fleas.
And it worked.
Oh, yeah. Yep, those pills do work. That's one thing I will agree with. The pills work great for him for fleas.
And then he quit itching and digging at himself,
Mm-hmm.
It worked great.
Yeah, I know my bull mastiff, he's allergic to anything that bites him, pretty much. And I just found that out. I had him to a vet. We spent close to $2,500 at a vet on our dog here, Kim? And they didn't tell me at the start because they wanted to sell all their expensive medicine, right?
All right.
Well, it cost us $250 a jar. He went through, or a bottle. He went through 2 of them. Didn't do nothing with the sores on his head or nothing, They were all swollen and pussing, They were that bad. And so I said, I'm going to get on the internet and see what I can find to take care of this, right? I said, can dogs have allergies, right? Because I didn't know. And sure enough, it came up. And this is what came up to give my dog, and is taking care of it too, Kim. Is this.
Oh, it's just like
What it is it's the generic brand of the cold, like the stuff we take when we get bit. The Benadryl, I think not Benadryl.
Benadryl.
Benadryl, yes, that's the Benadryl, but it's the pharmaceutical brand, eh? Or the generic brand, I mean. And it's taken all the sores away. Now, why wouldn't the vet have just said that? Because they want to make all that money. They don't really care about what the dog's going through. They just want the money in their pocket. And that makes me sick, you know that?
Now, Stir Fry, she used to chew on her feet all the time because they were itching.
Welcome back,
I
Greg.
mean, she was constantly chewing on her feet. And what
Right.
we found out with her, we'd never put her on any meds, but what we found out, and this is quite common with a lot of dogs that have itchy skin or whatever, the
Right.
dog food that you get has too much corn. You know, so a lot of it is in the diet that they're eating, the cheaper dog foods that you buy and stuff. You know, they have
Right.
stuff on in there. And so we got her off that diet, and she periodically she'll chew on her feet on occasion now, but not near like she used to. But we took her off that cheap dog food that had all the corn fillers on in there, and
Right.
that's when she stopped chewing on herself.
Now, we feed our dogs Old Roy. And it's a name brand, but it's like $20 a bag for 18 kilograms of it. Maybe that, because my German Shepherd Lab is doing that right now. He's got sores between his toes that he's been biting so hard, eh? Like,
Well, I tell you what, even the name brands like Old Roy, you look at the ingredients on there. You
yeah,
know,
I'm gonna
you know,
have to.
a lot of the big name brands, even they're not any better than the cheap brands.
Yeah, exactly.
What-
Yeah.
what we do, we won't buy any dog food at any grocery store here, like Safeway, Albertsons, Thriftway, any of the name brand stores. We won't go there. We
Right.
go to the feed store, the animal feed stores, and you get good quality brands, and it's not cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap. Fortunately, she's a little dog, but you got to learn what the ingredients that they need. For a long time, that they were saying that dogs should have all dried foods that were meat products, no grains on in there. That's not true either. The dogs do need to eat some grains. So you want
yes,
some
they do.
fillers in there, but you don't want to have too much of anything in there.
Right.
when you look at the ingredients in any food, any human food, dog food, or whatever,
Right.
whatever the first thing, that's the most that's in there.
Right. I'll have to check that out.
I think that I started feeding Cade the Purina dog chow.
Right.
I tried all different kinds of stuff, and he didn't like it. You know, of course he wanted people food.
Right.
Was the deal. And we had to take him off of that. I think he had trouble with his stomach or something.
Oh, yeah.
We had to stop feeding him people food. Of course, we didn't
Right.
give him much.
Hey, by the way,
I still give him some chicken liver. So
Right. I don't imagine the chicken liver will hurt him too much.
hey Kim,
yes,
last Friday you had a Friday morning. You had a live chat, right?
probably.
And I was up on the panel with you. I got to tell you what happened. That I heard it happen, but I went to check it out, but I didn't notify you guys anything on it. But I got to tell you what happened. While we was in the live chat, and I was on the panel with you, I heard a loud bang behind me, something falling and crashing, and then I heard a bunch of yelling. And I thought it was coming from John's place. You know John here, where he lives out here on my place. You've been here. I
Yeah.
thought it came from there, but I wasn't sure if it came from the park or where. You know, I mean, sound, you never know exactly where it's come from here. So I walked over there to John's to see if it came up there. I looked up the locking road and stuff. Everything seemed to be in order. So I came back up here and I sat back down and enjoyed the rest of the live stream with you. After we got off the live stream, a little bit later, here comes the ambulance and then the fire truck. Came right on up here over to John's place. I hadn't walked, you know, that 44-foot reefer van that he has up there. I didn't walk around that and look at that. Anyway, he was building something onto that, and he fell 8 feet.
Oh
And
my.
that's what, yeah, so that's what all the banging was, stuff crashing down on him. And I've been trying to get a hold of him and his wife, Kathy, ever since. I haven't been able to find anything. What's happened out, I don't know what's happened. I did go over there when the ambulance was there and talk to him, and they said they'd let me know what's happened, but I haven't heard nothing from them since.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I hope he's all right, man.
Okay, Waterbug says Kim asked Grizz when he's going to do a cooking video.
What was that?
Waterbug said, ask Grizz when he's doing a cooking video.
A cooking video? Yeah, I should do one here again. You know, I mean, we've had enough moisture, even though everything's super dry here. We've had enough moisture. I need to check to see if I can have fires outdoor again. I'd like to do another cooking video.
Well, I think it was yesterday. I was sitting here and I heard somebody pound on the door. Okay, so I got up, walked to the door, and I was thinking it was my friend Ken, you know. All right. Well, nobody was out there. I thought, well, why didn't they ring the doorbell? Okay. So later I thought, well, I'll cook my hot dogs on my grill. And I took my salad out there by the grill so I could watch my hot dogs while I eat my salad. And I got to looking and I got this little fountain. And somebody had set a little rubber duck that out there in the ground that Pam's put out there. Somebody set it right on top of the filter or the pump. So I know it's got to be that Ken that did that. But I don't know what his deal is. I haven't seen him for over a week or two. And yesterday was the second. And I told him, I said, before you spend all your money, come over here and we'll get your phone turned back on. I mean, I could turn it on for him and use my money, but why should I do that?
Exactly.
You shouldn't.
You know, because he's going to drink it all up anyhow.
Yeah.
So he came over here one Sunday. It was a week ago Sunday. And he rung the doorbell and I went out and I said, what's going on? Well, he said, I was wanting to know if you could haul some water over to my house so I can get my toilet flushed because he don't have any water. I said, yes, Ken, I'll do it. But I said, my show's getting ready to come on. You know, he's had all damn day. I said, if you can come back in an hour, I said, the show's on an hour. I said, come back, ring the doorbell, and I'll come out. We'll fill up your jug, and I'll haul them over there for you. Because, you know, it's 2 blocks. I wouldn't want to carry him either.
Right, they get heavy.
Have not seen him since.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm not for sure that he did it. But he has rung the doorbell, and I've explained to him, I said, got to give me a second to get to the door.
You know, Kim,
doorbell, before I can get to the door, he's gone.
Yeah. I understand right where you're coming from, Kim. My dad's the same way. He needs things done right now, this minute, or not at all.
Well, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, but if they can't wait, you know what I mean? That's what my dad does too. He gets all mad. And I don't understand it.
He's pooping in his toilet over there with no water.
Oh, that's not good.
No. And I can understand that if he's there at his house and he has to go.
Right.
You don't have any choice. And I told him, I said, well, why don't you get you a couple of jugs of water, get your toilet fixed, come back, we'll fill them up again, and then that way you can keep them there.
Right.
Keep your water there full. I don't know what he's going to do when it comes wintertime. Now,
Yeah.
what he told me at that time, that he was staying down here with a friend, but he don't have any water, gas, electric, any of that. And he only gets $404 a month.
See, that's what I don't understand. How does the government expect people to live on that, to pay their rent or their utilities and food? That's impossible.
It's not the government's fault.
Oh, okay.
He was working for cash and he wasn't paying in.
Oh.
So he took early retirement, and that's all Social Security gives you.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You know, you got to pay it in.
Oh yeah, you do. Or you ain't getting nothing back to live on when you're retired. That's for sure. Wow, eh? I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have my work stuff to come. You know what I mean? But I don't know if all he
But I don't understand what he don't do. Why he don't take a trash can and put it underneath one of his downspouts, so when you get rain, he could get 35, 40 gallons of water that way at a time, and have something to flush his toilets with.
That would be too handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's several ways to collect water if you get wet rainfall.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's worried about getting a bottle.
Yeah. Well, I do believe in helping people out when you can, but I also don't like to aid and abet them in their illness.
Right. And that's what it is. It's an illness. They're too. It's a lazy thing, I think myself. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's an illness of some kind that they don't want to get up and do this stuff, right?
Well, he came here one time. Well, it was a month ago. And he wanted to get his phone turned back on. I said, well, give me your card. So first I called his card to see how much money was on it. $7 and something. He said, well, there should have been $100 and some. Well, where'd it go? Well, he got paid on the second. So then there was a place there that you could tell when you drawed it out. He had drawed it all out the very same day he got it.
Wow.
And then he tried to tell me that this woman stole it. Now, how did she steal it? He said she took my card. Well, don't let her have it.
Exactly.
Bigger than she is, Hello, Marie. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Marie.
But yeah, Robert, that's what he needs to do. And giving a guy 10 gallons of water is nothing. I'd be glad to. He only lives 2 blocks. Fill his jugs up, carry it over there for him in the back of the car.
Yep.
So when I told him there was only $7 and something on his card, well, I'll buy another bottle. There you go.
Wow. Yeah, that's
get you a bottle and get you a pack of smokes.
Wow. What do you pay for a pack of cigarettes where you are, Grizz?
What's that?
If you go to the store and buy a pack of cigarettes, what do you pay there?
I don't.
No, but if you were to, do you know what you would pay there?
I think I don't know. I haven't bought cigarettes for so long, but I really don't look at the price of cigarettes. I just buy the bags of tobacco. Right. I think they're around $6 or $7 a pack.
Wow. I wish they were that here. You know what ours are right now?
12.
They're like $13.45 a pack here right now.
Wow.
Oh man.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Cigarettes have always been expensive in Canada. I know when I moved back from Alaska back down here, that was around 83, 84, 85, somewhere around there. When I
Right.
came back, when I came down through Canada, you know, American made cigarettes were $5 a pack at that time in the 80s. And whereas
Yep.
they was about what, I think $1.30 here.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what a difference, eh?
Yeah.
I don't
That's
remember
crazy.
how long ago it was, but we went to Door County, Wisconsin,
Yep.
and they had this little store. It just like a little camping store, you know, where you could buy some things and you know that's higher. But this
Right.
girl ahead of me, uh, she bought a pack of cigarettes and charged them to her account there.
Mm-hmm.
It was $10 for a pack of cigarettes. And she
Wow.
charged.
Wow. I know I always used to say when I first started, well, if a pack of cigarettes ever hits $5, that's it. I'm quitting, right? Yeah. I wish I had stuck to my own thought there. Because now I have too hard a time to quit.
Right. Well, I quit back in 1989, and my brand that I liked was Salem.
Right.
Okay, so then they got expensive at the time. So I started buying the Durrells because I like menthol.
Mm-hmm.
And I was buying a carton of cigarettes for $7.
Wow.
That's 10 cartons. Or I mean,
Yeah.
10
10
packs,
packs.
not cartons.
Yeah.
10 packs.
Wow. See, we pay that here. I don't buy cartons because they're too expensive, but I watched a guy do it and he got 2 extra packs. And his chart, he had 1 carton of smokes and 2 spare packs, and it came to $135.
Now, why did he buy 2 spare packs?
I have no idea. He just,
Because it's still cheaper by the carton, right?
yeah, you would think, but then he grabbed 2 extra, unless it was for somebody else. I don't know, but I couldn't believe the price. I thought, wow, you're going to pay that? No way. So we go to Reserve now. It's like $13 a carton, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I mean, even that's getting ridiculous, right?
Well,
So I told Jan, I said,
if
we
I
gotta-
had to smoke, I would buy it like Grizz.
right. Oh, I used to do that too, buy the tobacco and roll them. A lot cheaper. But I don't know if Jen could handle that. Some of it's a lot stronger that way, eh?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I find myself. Now my mom used
Yeah,
to
but you can get the tubes with the filters on it, and you get this in a light tobacco, and it mellows it out quite a bit.
Oh
It's
yeah.
still, I mean, quite honestly, the flavor is not the same. I mean,
No.
smoking cigarettes like this. I don't smoke these cigarettes, this brand of cigarettes for the flavor or nothing. I mean, they're nasty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had that before too, where you got tobacco and couldn't smoke it.
I can quit smoking, which I did, but I can't quit eating.
Right.
So I'm doing, I don't know if it's lesser. I just seen a deal on TV that if you lose weight, you know, it helps on diabetes. And this one lady, she said she don't have sleep apnea now.
Right.
Well, that's not true, because when I was a lot lighter, I've had sleep apnea for years. I just wasn't treating it.
Right.
And I hate to put that mask on.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to do that myself.
But I quit breathing at night.
Well, that's when you need it though, eh?
So I wear it every night. And when I go on vacation, I take it right along with me.
Oh yeah. I know Dad's on. He's on it 24/7. So
Oh,
without that, he won't, yeah. Without that, he wouldn't breathe.
well, this here doesn't have oxygen. It just pushes air.
Right.
Now I don't take my cleaning machine and I don't take the water bath. You know, it's too much of a hassle to carry with you,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to carry water. Of course, you'd have to pour it out.
Yep.
I was talking to one guy. He said he just uses water out of the faucet. Yeah, right. $10,000 for a machine. You're using regular
Yeah.
water.
I wouldn't be doing that.
So I just don't use it, you know. While
Yeah.
now here at home,
Whoa. What's going on with Robert there?
I think she punched the wrong button. Here, I'll fix that. Let's see.
Oh, she just unhit him.
Okay.
Yeah.
She punched the wrong button.
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
The darn things are so close together. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, on the phone. I mean, my fingers.
Yeah, one finger of mine covers like 3 of the dial numbers, eh? So how do you?
If you're going to use the phone, you need one of them little stylus.
Right.
Yep, Marie, I've seen that happen before. Nope, no harm, no foul.
Just heard a big bang, like something falling down the side of the house.
Okay, Waterbug says, okay, guys, see you later. Go work outside.
See you later, Waterbug. Have a great day, buddy.
Does either one of you guys know what a yucca plant looks like?
I have no idea. I've heard about them, but I don't know what they look like. No.
Did you say yucca or nucca?
Yucca. Yucca.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what they look like.
Okay, so I went out the other day and I thought, what's going on with my plant? I've got this one post out there by the garage and I got a whole bunch of plants around it, you know, and the bugs was just covered. All right, so I thought, well, I better attend to that. So I got some this 7 liquid.
Right.
I sprayed the plant real good with that first, and then I got out my 7 dust and I dusted it. All right. So then I went out yesterday morning and looked, and all the bugs, I don't know if they died, but they were gone. So I got to looking and I had a bunch of dead and stuff. So I went out there and got my little needling pad and got down and pulled all the dead stuff out of it. And I took my Sawzall and cut some that was dead and what have you, and I replanted a bunch of them. Hopefully they'll be okay. So they look a lot better if they stay with it.
Right.
They're hard to kill when you replant them. They've got a root that's white, and you can just cut a chunk of it off and plant it, and it'll grow.
Huh.
I was hoping it was going to rain. It's so far away, my garden hose won't really reach. I may have to carry water to it.
Right.
You can get a cheap water hose to extend on over there,
Oh, I know, but
that would be too easy.
Garden hose. I'm just too lazy to hook it all up. But I think it'll be okay if we get some rain. We're supposed to get some sometime eventually when that storm comes through.
Yeah, we had a heck of a storm here, 2 nights ago? Big thunderstorm. When it makes me jump out of my bed, like I just, from my mattress to my ceiling, I know it's a bad storm. They usually don't wake me up.
Well, according to what I just seen, we don't have any rain in the forecast at all. It's way up there by you.
Well, they can keep it. Take it back. I don't want it here. Take it back.
Well,
Kip.
it's actually
I'll
up
give you
there.
a blast through that sucker and pull it back.
Well, we could use some of that rain here. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
My creek is dry.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen it go dry before, and I'm still getting enough water to keep. We're still just barely keeping enough to feed the house going. But I mean, I've never seen our stream this low before.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And that's even after the rains that we just had last week.
Okay, don't anybody run off. I gotta go get rid of some coffee.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Brad, that buddy of mine, Sam, that had that face cancer.
Yep.
You would have got a kick out of him. That guy was hilarious.
I'll bet. Yeah, it seems to be all the good ones that seem to disappear first for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, and he was one of those good ones.
Yeah.
He died about 10 years ago. The cancer finally took him on out. And,
Yeah.
When he died, I built his wife, Betty. I built her a brand new house. Didn't charge her a dime for it. I mean, she paid for all the material.
Right.
But I poured the foundation, framed the house, roofed it, did all the finished carpentry work, did all the flooring, built her a brand new house, and really good people.
Yeah, that was good of you.
Yeah, that was when I could afford to take the time to do that stuff.
Right.
And I had
right.
the energy for it.
Yeah, that's one thing with me. I don't have the energy I used to have anymore. Play with the grandkids.
I've done a lot.
Yeah,
I've built probably 5 houses for people for free, not charging them a dime.
Right.
Done a number of stuff. Now I don't have those energy levels to do that. I can't help people out anymore. I mean, I find people are all constantly asking me still, but I just have to say no. I can't do it. I can't even keep up with myself here.
Yeah. Well, people got to realize that as the years go by, our bodies seem to take it a lot worse than years past. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And building a house is higher energy. I mean, it takes it takes a lot, especially the concrete and the framing. I mean, I could do some of the finished carpentry, but I couldn't. I would have a hard time even keep up with just that.
Right.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, Kim.
I got me another cup of coffee to get rid of.
Refill that bladder. That's what it's all about, Kim. Just keep that bladder full.
Yeah.
That's right. Got to keep it stretched to size.
That's right. Can't let that bugger shrink.
Yeah, if you let it shrink, it won't hold as much.
That's right.
You know that they say that the coffee is really a diuretic.
Yep. It's never gave me that kind of problem, though.
Well, every once in a while, and I've been trying to drink water more so. Of course, when I go out to eat, I drink water.
Right.
And, I take a handful of pills in the morning and at night, and I drink a full glass of water when I take my pills.
Right.
Not that I have to drink that much water. I just do it, to make myself drink it. So Robert had 4 green bell peppers when he came back from his vacation in Oregon, and he made fajitas with it. And they were good.
I'll bet they were good, yeah. I actually had a sub from Subway the other day, and I had it all loaded with hot peppers on top. I love that.
I planted about 40 bell pepper plants, you know, I mean, just sprouted them and, you know, and planted them in the garden, and not a single one of them lived.
Oh man.
Really? Yeah, that's not good.
Robert said that he drank 64 ounces or more of water a day. Now, if you can do that, that would be really good for you. Hey,
It is.
good morning, Rosanna.
Rosanna, how are you?
Rosanna.
Yeah, my
Yeah, I wish
dad
I
actually
could
got.
myself. I could drink that much water. I just never think about it throughout the day, and I wish I would keep myself rehydrated all the time, but I don't.
Yeah, me too. I go for coffee. If I feel thirsty, that's the first thing I think of. Though I need a cup of coffee, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Something I gotta get
which
myself.
actually
on.
dehydrates you.
Yes, it can.
Now, Pam, she's got to drink that bottled water.
Right.
And I just drink it out of the tap. I do collect it and put it in the fridge.
Yep.
I've got a couple of jugs that I keep full. That way, when I drink one, I can fill it up, and then I got another one that's already cold.
So
Right.
Does your tap water, can you taste the chlorine in it, or?
No, I can't. Now, I do filter my water.
Okay.
I got one of these. It's called a whole house filter, and
That's like that Brita.
no, it's hooked into the water,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and I change the filter once every 3 months. But I buy the Charco, the black filter.
Right.
Now, I'm sure that it doesn't remove the chlorine like that.
Well, the chlorine is easy to get rid of by setting it out on the counter for a few, you know, especially in the sunlight. And the chlorine is the first thing they'll evaporate off.
Okay, what about putting it in a jug with a lid on it, of course?
That won't let it evaporate off.
It won't let.
If you want,
Okay, well,
if you want,
I'm not so worried about the chlorine.
yeah, if you was worried about the chlorine, and if there's not much chlorine in the water doesn't really bother me if there's not too much. Here in Sweet Home, they put way too much chlorine in the water. It's nasty. But I mean, if I was worried about the chlorine, what I would do is I'd set it out in a jug with a paper towel or something over the top of it, so no bugs could get in there. And I'd let it sit in the sun for a few hours, and that would and then I'd stick it in the refrigerator.
That's right, Robert.
Has a well.
Yeah, if you got a well, you don't need to worry about the chlorine unless you're putting chlorine in the well. And I know people that do that.
When I used to visit my sister in Huntsville, she had a natural well that came right out of the side of the rocks. And I used to go down and fill up jugs of water with that. That was the best water I ever drank.
Oh, yeah.
Natural spring water, nothing like it.
This water that we have, this spring water that we have is really good, except for it's high in iron.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it still tastes good.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to watch it with the iron, though, because that can do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hurt the body, but I mean, it just colors everything in the house. The sink, the toilets, the showers. I mean, it just turns everything to rust color. And it's hard to get rid of.
Oh, it is, yeah. Do you get buildup on your tubs with that?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna
our tub, when we put it in, was white. Now it's orange.
Oh, yeah. Do you get hard water buildup, like a hard crust on it?
I want to say a crust. It's like it stains it.
Okay. So you can't really, like, if you scrape it with your nail, can you get some off?
No.
You can, eh?
No.
So that's actually stained right into the finish.
Uh-huh.
Because the reason I'm saying that is I'm doing a video later on a no chemical clean for your tub. I have hard water on my tub right now around the drain and where it comes out of the tap, you get that hard water buildup. I'm going to show everybody how to get rid of that with no chemicals, no nothing.
Cool.
Well, to get rid of the iron, the way I can get rid of the iron, I don't do it because we got so much iron. It'd be a pain in the ass to keep on filtering it this way. But you can take an old pillow, the stuffing from the pillow, that fiber, and run your water through that, and that will remove the iron out of the water. But man, I mean, I'd be putting in a new pillow in there every day, and that would get expensive.
Oh yeah. Considering pillows around here, for one pillow we pay like $30.
Well, now you can buy this product called Iron Out, but for a little bottle, it's pretty expensive if you used it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, what we're doing here that seems to be working now is I need a bigger tank. It would work better, but I got that 250-gallon tank up on top, and our water goes into settling. Well, it goes into a bucket that's filled with gravel, first of all. It kind of filters the water through. So the crawdads and stuff from the creek can't get into our water supply. And then I clean that regularly. And then I got a 30-gallon trash can that it goes on into. It was brand new. I mean, it goes into that and lets the stuff settle. Anything that gets through that 5-gallon bucket with the gravel goes into that, and that's the settling tank. And then it goes into our 250-gallon tank. That's a storage tank, and by the time it goes through all that, most of the iron is settled out at that point. And if I had a bigger tank, if I could do it with like a 1,000-gallon tank, I could get it where we'd have no water, and because iron is heavier than water, so it will settle out. If you give it the time for it to settle out, but it needs that time to settle down.
Now
it will drop.
Now, could you put a magnet in there?
The iron that's in our water, no, I've tried that, and that does not seem to do it.
Well,
I don't think. I know that sounds kind of odd. I know it sounds kind of odd. You would think that the iron in water would be magnetic, but for some reason it's not.
Okay, now here they've got these things that you put a magnet on your water line, and it's supposed to remove it. But if you do that, wouldn't it build up and clog it up?
You would think so.
If it would be, but I don't know enough about iron to really speak intelligently on this. But my opinion is the reason why it's staining my my stuff orange is I believe that the iron in the water is actually rust, and rust is not magnetic.
No, it's not.
So that's why I don't think a magnet actually works. Now, if there's actual iron that's not rusted yet that's going on through there, then the magnetic would pull to it and stick it, and then it would rust and build up like what you're saying. But rust in itself is not magnetic.
Now, they put in a huge water treating plant, and the water was still dirty. So they may have fixed it, but I installed this water filter, and it seems to help.
Yeah, one of these days I need to buy a water filter to install. When I get our kitchen redone here, I want to get a water filter to put in the kitchen.
But I don't know if this kind of a water filter would work on a gravity flow.
Well, when I reduce stuff, it would work on a gravity flow, and I do plan on going up higher up that creek to collect my water, so I got more of an elevation drop.
Okay.
I have different things that I can do, or I can leave the tank up there and put one of those what do they call that pump? They take basically 2 check valves, and they put them in line, and it will pump water uphill. So I can put a storage tank up there up higher and pump the water from the flow from the gravity flow. It will pump the water up higher yet. I can't remember what that type of pump that is, but that's what I intend on doing to increase my water pressure here, is put a holding tank up higher yet. and then
Right.
that'd give me a bit more pressure, which it would work the filter. But I mean, for that matter, I don't mind even putting at least at my kitchen point or in my house, putting a pump down here at the house that would kick on and bump up the pressure.
Right.
Okay.
My biggest deal is I don't want my toilet or my shower to be on a pump, because I mean I get enough water to fill the toilet and flush it and stuff like that. And when our power does go on out, in the past it's gone out for 2 weeks at a time, I want to be able to still take a shower or flush the toilet, whether the power is working or not.
Right. Yeah, that's a problem here too. The system they got here, if power goes out, we got no water, no nothing.
Yeah, and you're in that cold country to where it's frozen and stuff. If the power goes on out, you don't. Here it's not frozen, so if the power does go on out, I can go set the buckets underneath the gutters, and collect water and flush the toilet. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but if you're in a frozen country, it's a lot more work.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if I have a second life after this one, I don't want to be in Canada. I don't think it's too cold.
But you know what? If I was you, I'd get myself a couple of buckets of sawdust and a toilet seat on one, and so when the power does go out, at least you could have do the composting toilet with the sawdust.
Right.
For the times when the power goes out. I'm not saying to use that all the time, but
oh no. Could you imagine that?
but you've seen that method, haven't you?
Can you
Oh
hear
yeah.
the siren?
What's that?
What's that? Ken?
Can you hear the sirens
No.
No.
on my end?
No.
I don't hear any sirens.
Wait until it gets louder. Just a minute. You hear it?
No.
Okay.
No.
What's going on every this is the first Tuesday. The first Tuesday of the month at 10 o'clock, they test the tornado sirens. And like I said, wait until it gets louder because it goes in a circle.
Right.
And it runs about 5 minutes. It's annoying, but hey,
It's good to have it though, Kim.
but if they have to test it, that's fine. I want that sucker to work.
Oh
If
yeah.
we need it.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that here, I don't think. Never heard of it.
But we have sirens in a couple of different places.
Right.
There's one
We don't-
out by the doctor's office, and then there's one pretty close here. If you was to go outside right now, it would be ear piercing. I mean, it is loud.
Wow.
See, we don't have threats like that here. The stuff like you have. I mean, we don't have tornadoes and stuff, but we got something by far much worse than that. That's a lot scarier. We got a state full of liberals here.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's no warning on them.
No, there
Is a liberal a Democrat?
Yeah, well, there's liberal Democrats and there's conservative Democrats. They ain't got no conservative Democrats here anymore.
Okay.
So you got the bad.
By the way,
ones.
by the way, I've gotten into listening to a couple of different people. I mean, big time stars or whatever on TV. I love listening to Tucker Carlson or Carlson Tucker, whatever his name is. I mean, he's a right wing nut, stuff. I mean, the extremist on his end. And then I love listening to Bill Maher, which he's a a nut too. And I love listening to the two of them putting put this. They'll talk about same type of stuff, but they both put twists on the extreme, the opposite way, each of them. I would love for those two. I would love to see those two get in a debate. It'd be hilarious. I mean, both of them are comical on what they do.
Yeah. Well, they need more of that on the boards, to make the world a little bit better.
Pardon?
They need more of them kind of people on the board to make life better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like half of the liberals around here, they don't even have a smile on their face, let alone a bit of comedy in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here it's, I mean, they're both so insulting that it gets a comical.
Exactly.
You know, and the thing is, and you know, they both make really good, valid points. And that's why I like listening to them, because at least even though they're being sarcastic and negative about the other party's beliefs and stuff, at least you kind of get an understanding from both sides. And I think that's the downfall of America, is nobody's listening to the other side. Republicans won't listen to Democrats, and Democrats won't listen to Republicans. It's like when Obama. It's when Obama was president, you know, and the Democrats had control. The Republicans said, "Hey, you know what? We want to work with you." And the Democrats, they just shut them on out. Didn't let them have a say at all. And then when the Republicans had control, they shut out the Democrats and wouldn't listen to them. You know, I mean, it's like both sides are. You know, it's frustrating to me.
Oh, it is. It can be very frustrating, because if you don't have, like, if you're not talking between each party, that's how things are getting the way they are now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because nobody has that.
The Republicans make fun of the Democrats' fears, and the Democrats make fun of the Republican fears, and nobody is listening to the fears and saying, you know what? Why does this person have this feel and how these fears, and how can we address it to make everybody feel comfortable?
Exactly.
I was talking to a guy at Walmart there yesterday, and he likes Trump. I said, name one thing that Trump has done since he's been in office.
Right.
I said, he hadn't done nothing.
Spent a lot of money.
Hey, Robert and Rosanna, me and Pam stayed in Astoria, Oregon when we went through. We liked that little town.
I'll bet it is nice there,
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing I like what Trump has done in office is just been here recently, and that's placing all the tariffs on China.
Okay. We don't know how to answer that, Grizz.
No,
hey, I'll be right back. I got to get another cup of coffee.
Okay, man.
You've done something. Don't know where Long Beach was, but we stayed in Astoria at a little hotel, and they got everything retro.
Right.
Like back in the, I don't know, 60s, 50s, whatever.
Yep.
They had the refrigerators and microwaves and stuff in there.
That'd be so cool. I told Jen, if we ever get the farmhouse we want, I'm going to have the older appliances, because they're the best. If they still run, they'll last forever.
You wouldn't have made it to Long Beach there, Kim. Long Beach is down by L.A.
Oh, okay. Right. You go that far. Well, she says it's in Washington, across the bridge.
Long Beach? Maybe I'm confused. I was thinking Long Beach was down in LA area.
See, we didn't get it when we left Rosanna's. We went south, and we didn't get over to the coast until we got into Oregon.
And the Oregon coast has some beautiful scenery.
Oh, Long Beach, California. They have two. There's a Long Beach in California and in Washington.
Okay, I
we
wasn't
have,
aware.
we have a
just
beach
learned
here.
something new. I'll have to check that out, Long Beach and Washington.
That'd be cool, Grizz.
I forget where we stopped on the way. We wasn't to Grizz's yet because we stopped at this cheese place, and that's where Pam bought all that cheese.
Right.
It was great tasting cheese. We gave Grizz the hot cheese.
Oh man, and it was hot.
I'll bet it was.
I'm still eating the Carolina Reaper cheese.
Oh man.
Matter of fact, we made some spaghetti last night, and I grated some of that Carolina Reaper cheese on top of my spaghetti, and it was good.
Cool.
I'll bet.
I forget where it is. They've got a pizza challenge somewhere, and it's got the real hot stuff in the pizza. And if you eat the pizza, you get your name or picture on the Hall of Flame, they call it. And I think
Cool.
there was only 2 people that made it.
That'd be great if you survived it, as long as it didn't
Well,
kill you on the way through.
You had,
Depending on how long it was.
you had to sign a waiver, and they had ambulance and everything on
Oh,
standby.
yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Some of that stuff gets pretty darn hot for some people.
Oh man, I don't like it. I don't like it much hotter than ketchup.
Right.
Oh, you'd like my ketchup. I'm not so sure you'd like my ketchup, though. I put jalapenos in my ketchup.
Well, okay, that's what you like. I don't like it.
You got to start doing some gag reels with that stuff there, Grizz. That'd be perfect. Nobody would ever suspect ketchup to have hot peppers in it.
Kim, up in Salem several years ago, they had a Sunshine Pizza Parlor. Now, it wasn't a spicy pizza. They didn't put heat to it. But they had a pizza that if 2 people could eat it within an hour's time, they'd give you the pizza for free. So me and another friend of mine went on in there and ate that pizza. It was a 14-pound pizza. And
Wow.
I ate my half. And the other guy, he was 1 piece shy of eating his half of his pizza. And our agreement was that if one of us ate our half and the other person didn't, that's the person who's going to have to pay for the meal. It was a $25
Right.
pizza, and that was back in the real late 70s, early 80s, something like that. But I ate my half of the pizza. Plus, I had a full pitcher of Coke.
Right.
But, 7 pounds of pizza and about 4 pounds of Coca-Cola. Man, I'll tell you what, I was full.
Oh, I'll bet that would have split my gut.
There's a place in St. Louis, Missouri, that does pizza like that. If the 2 of you eat it in an hour, then it's free, and you get a T-shirt and all that stuff.
Right.
Me and another guy was going to go do it, but I said, "You won't hang." My half. I'm like you, Grizz. I could eat my half.
Yeah, well, that's why I prearranged it. And the other guy, I figured he would be able to eat it, but we both decided to agree on that whoever didn't eat their half would have to pay for the full meal.
If you only had 1 piece to go, why didn't you eat it?
Because I already ate my half. I didn't have to pay for it anyway. That was on him, but I was already stuffed.
I'll bet.
Now, if I had to drink the 4 pounds of Coke, I probably would have eaten his last slice. But I drank 4 pounds of Coke, too.
Yep.
Oh, okay. South of Florence in Missouri. And the name of it is a name of like a dinosaur, I think.
Well, they also had up in Portland, the Country Kitchen. They had a steak that they served there, a 72 ounce steak, I think it was. I can't remember now. It's several years ago, but they had a 72-ounce steak. If you could eat that and the potatoes and everything that came with it, if you could eat the whole meal, you got it for free. It was about a $25 meal at the time too. I went there and I did that too. I ate that full meal, and they'd take your picture and put it on the wall and everything. Well, I went there and ate that steak, and they took my picture and they put it on the wall. And 2 weeks later, the restaurant burned down.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so my picture was only up on the wall for 2 weeks.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Well, I hate it about the restaurant.
Yeah, it was. They had good food too. Even not only did they have the huge steak that they served, if you bought a regular meal, they had to. I mean, they had a really good restaurant.
That's terrible.
That is
Uh,
hard enough to keep businesses going without something like that happening, you know.
has anybody heard about Florida? Are they getting hit hard?
As far as I
haven't
know,
heard anything this morning.
last I heard that it was the rain and stuff was starting. That's the last I heard about it.
I heard that the hurricane had just came to a dead stop and wasn't moving in yet. It had stopped making any progress, and I don't know if it started moving in or not yet.
Well, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it stays right where it is.
Well, the thing is what they were saying is if it stops and it's not moving on inland, it means it's sitting there picking up more speed and
Right,
higher winds and
more
stuff. So
Yeah, that's true too.
Well,
So that's just,
I
you
heard-
don't know how to react to them.
I heard at one point it was only moving 1 mile an hour. But I don't know what day that was. That was a couple of days.
Right.
But it was setting over the Bahamas.
yeah, well, it had made it to the Florida coast, but it hadn't really gone inland yet.
Yeah, I remember hearing it was heading towards the Florida coast, but I didn't hear anything after that. The rain and that
Yeah,
was what the last I heard.
Yeah, last I seen, I looked last night and that it was sitting right just off the Florida coast, just sitting there.
Okay,
Right.
Robert, I don't know if you can read chat, Brad, but he said he's got a friend that is like waiting for the storm. It's like being stalked by a turtle.
Okay, so it's just going very slow. That's a good thing.
Rosanna
Yes.
said that her daughter flew in last night from New York and was 4-hour delay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Cool, Rosanna. Then you can have her help you set up that StreamYard on your
Kidding. No kidding.
yeah, while
Yep.
she's there, have her help you set up your StreamYard and get that going.
Yeah, do that, Rosanna.
I'd love to be able to get Rosanna on our chat up here and be able to visit with her.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
At least she could just come up and talk like you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't see text this morning, but it's so bright on out here now that even if I tried to bring up text, it'd reflect off the screen. I wouldn't be able to see it.
Well, I pretty well kept you up to date.
Yeah, well, that's what
Robert, hey,
that's
Grizz.
when I was going to do another cooking video. What I had to do is I had to make a loaf of bread over the campfire. Do it with the chicken scratch, grind it up into flour, and then bake some bread over an open fire.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be pretty cool.
Robert wants to know, Grizz, was that 72-ounce steak? Did that give you the meat sweats?
Come on, guys. I'm gonna put you in the
Give me what?
Meat sweats.
shadow. Okay.
Like, did you get real hot after you ate all that meat?
No, it didn't. I mean, I was stuffed. I almost felt like when I ate that steak. You remember on The Great Outdoors with John Candy when he ate that huge steak?
Yeah.
I felt like him. I mean, that's what I felt like. That was it.
Yeah.
But I didn't puke it up though.
You probably
Awesome.
Went to the bathroom like a government mule after that, though.
I wouldn't
Well,
doubt
let's
that.
put it this way. Let's put it this way. If I had been out in the woods, they probably would have said the next day that, hey, it looks like a bear shit here.
Okay, your older daughter said she'd look into it. Cool. I don't know anything about an Apple or a Mac, but it can't be that tough.
Grizz uses his on your phone, don't you, Grizz?
Yeah, but I have an Android and she has a Mac.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
I mean, she has an Apple. It's a
Yeah.
different operating system.
It's
Yes,
still
so.
Windows. But you
One of
really,
these days, I would like to try an Apple one of these days to see if I would like switching over to them. But I'm kind of I'm getting to where I know the Android's pretty good. I mean, I don't know why I'd want to switch over to something else.
Right. Start that learning all over again.
but you
Yeah.
really need to have Chrome to make it work better. You
Right.
can do it on Internet Explorer, but they like you to have Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Robert said he's got an Android and he has a Samsung Galaxy what is that? S9.
And I have this here is the Samsung Galaxy A10 that I have right here. A10e, I think it is.
My flip phone is a Samsung. It does exactly what I want it to do.
Makes phone calls.
I can make a phone call and I can receive and send text.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk to me, call me. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you what I like about it, what's been going on just here lately. Walmart will send me a text. A certain pill can be filled. If you want it to fill, reply yes.
That's pretty handy.
And then when it's ready, they'll send me a text. Hey, your medicine's ready. You can pick it up. And it even tells you how much it's going to cost you.
Now that's pretty good.
So
That's really cool.
That's been working good.
Awesome.
And see, I give on my plan, I pay like $2 and something
Right.
for 300 texts.
That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good.
I never have that many texts.
No, that's just it, eh? So
Now,
that's
do
not
you
too
get
bad.
charged by the incoming text as well as outgoing text?
Right. They count. Either way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you never get a break.
See, I mean, with mine, I got unlimited texting, but I probably only receive maybe 50 texts a month.
And that's from
I
your
do have
daughter,
unlimited texting.
and that's from your daughter and wife. Well, now my phone calls are unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
And I added another phone for like only $15 more. And it goes on my same plan.
Uh-huh.
So if there's any texting on that other phone, it adds to my plan.
Right.
But it's still unlimited talking.
So how much do you
Right.
pay for the two phones?
For the added line was $15 more.
And how much was it is the first phone?
25 or something like that.
Okay, so you're saying 40, yeah.
So the whole bill is 40 some dollars and some change. It's under $50.
Yeah,
That's pretty
see,
good.
I'm paying $60 for 2 phones, and that's with unlimited data.
Yeah, but I don't have data.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
have
I'm paying $20 additional for my unlimited data on both phones. You know, and I think for us it's well worth it.
She decided that she wanted one. And I said, if you get a flip phone, I'll foot the bill. But if you get a smartphone, that's all on you. I'm not going to pay. I
Right.
said, if you want to look something up, you got a computer right here.
Yeah.
Now it,
Well,
Anyway, guys,
it was nice when
I'm gonna get some lunch there, Kim.
okay.
Talk to
Okay,
everybody
Paul.
later. You have a good day, Kim. Have a great day there, Grizz. Everybody in the chat. See everybody later. All have a great day. Much love to all.
take care, Brad.
You too.
Hey, that's a good price, Rosanna. So what company do you have? She says, I pay $40 and it's unlimited text and data.
Yeah, who is that with, Rosanna?
Verizon.
With Verizon. Oh, wow. And is that 4G? On your data, is that 4G speeds?
Okay, wait until she replies. Now mine's consumer cellular.
See, I know with Verizon now they have you know, I know that they used to have an unlimited, and it, don't let that plan go. But it's truly unlimited because you can't get that same plan anymore. And if you let it lapse, you won't be able to get it back. Because now they have a 20 gigabyte of data cap on there.
Okay, the only thing she replied is yes, unlimited, nothing. But what Grizz was asking, is it 4G? She's had it for 10 years.
Oh wow, yeah, she's got the good plan then.
Okay, so yes, it's 4G. Is that your answer? She said yes, so I think it's 4G.
Yeah, now they have a if I've looked on into getting it now, and they have a 20 gigabyte of data cap, and after that they throttle you.
Okay. Now on the car, it's supposed to be 4G, but after a period of time, you got to pay more.
Yeah, you're capped on how much data you can use.
But see, I never did use my trial. And when we got ready to go, I paid them $25 for the internet, and I didn't use it. So when I came back and I canceled it, they actually give me $25 back.
Oh, cool.
And we only used it one time going down the road. She was talking to this guy that lived in Oregon, and we was going to go out of our way to go see him, but he had cancer, and he had to have one testicle removed. And he said, oh, I'd love to have you guys, but I'm kind of on the couch. So we didn't go see him. So that's why we ended up at your house a little quicker.
Yeah. That reminds me, Kim. Sandra sent me this joke for me to use on my channel. I'm not going to use it because I don't try to keep away from this type of stuff on my channel. But I thought it was a cool little joke. It told a story about a guy that found out, he'd had headaches all of his life, and the doctor told him the reason why you're having this headaches is because your testicles are being pressed up against your spine, giving you massive headaches. And the only cure for that is we got to remove your testicles. Well, the guy was like, I got to go through it, but he was really depressed. He didn't want to have that done, but he had to go through with it. So he had his testicles removed, and after the surgery was done, he was walking through town and he was all depressed, feeling all bummed out. I'm not the man that I used to be and stuff. And anyway, he was walking down through town and he happened to see this a store, a tailor store. And he decided, well, maybe if I buy myself a new suit, I'll be able to, get over this depression. Maybe it'll help me some. So he goes in and tells the tailor, he says, I'd like to have a new suit. And the old tailor, he says, well, he says, from the look of it, you have a 32-inch inseam and a 38-inch waist. And he says, that's right. How did you know? He says, I've been doing this for 50 years. And he says, and your shirt, he says, looks like you wear extra large, a 17-inch neck, in sleeves, being whatever length and stuff. And he said, that's right. He said, how did you know? He's, well, 50 years of doing this. He said, I just pick up on the stuff. He says, maybe you'd like a new pair of underpants too. We can set you up with a new pair of underpants. He says, yeah, you know what? A new pair of underpants would be good to go with the suit. He says, okay. He looks to me like it's you wear a size 38 on the underpants. And the guy says, no, that's where I got you. He says, I don't wear a 38. He says, I've worn a size 34 underpants my whole life, ever since high school. And it says, impossible. He says, if you wore a size 34 and pressed your testicles up against your spine, giving you massive headaches.
Yep.
Now I'm really best.
Damn it. I hate that when that happens.
Yeah.
I get these junk magazines, and it showed this one T-shirt. These squirrels was playing on the T-shirt. Said it's all fun and game until somebody loses a nut.
Yep.
I told her, I told Pam, I said, you need to buy that shirt and send it to whatever that guy's name is. I can't remember.
Hey, just a second. I'll be right back, Kim.
$22 gigs. Well, I'm not for sure what that is, Robert, because like I said, I have a flip phone, and I can't look nothing up. Of course, if I want to look something up, I'll do it on the computer. Actually, Rosanna, I've been kind of keeping this quiet, but she went to Michigan to see her friend, and she should be on her way home today. So she left on Thursday, and she's supposed to be home tonight. So she's out having fun, and I'm just here sitting home, not doing no fun. But I don't have anybody to argue with. So whatever I do's right. But she's called me a few times while she's been gone. I don't call her because I don't know what she's doing, you know. She'll probably come home with that Cadillac full of junk. No, Rosanna, I bought an extra remote for our TV in the living room and the bedroom. So we each have our own remote. How cool is that? But she likes to watch them HGTV. Yeah, yeah, you can get right online and buy the original remote that goes with that TV. So what usually happens is I'll just go in another room and put my TV ears. This here works great. I've got a set on the TV too. And I just put it in my ears and I turn it up. Yeah, Emily, she don't care what you watch. She would change the channels, but she don't have any thumbs. I always said that this house was Cade's house. He just had us here so that we could open the door. He couldn't open the door because he didn't have any thumbs. But it's about an 8-hour trip.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool.
My daughter was getting ready to take off. So what's your plans today, Tim?
I'm gonna get me something to eat here in a little bit. Gonna go check the mail, see if we got our taxes. Go get them paid. They about middle ways, Rosanna, Michigan. Last year, and I didn't know about it, I could have done it 2 years prior. There was this girl that told my sister, said, hey, if you're on disability, you get lower taxes. I've told you this story, but I took the paperwork and they said, well, this year we can give you a refund of $183. She said the years prior, they're already gone. We can't do anything about that. And she said, then next year, that amount will be what you pay. Well, that's cool.
I still need to check on into that for here.
Well, I don't know. It's a different state, different county.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you know, knocking it down $183, I'll take it.
You bet.
Well, let's see. We've only got 2 people watching. So I'm thinking that's you and Rosanna. If there's anybody else in your shop, well, I thank you for coming on here, but I'm getting ready to go check the mail and get me something to eat before my story comes on. I got to check out Young and Restless.
I didn't know you was into the soap operas.
Just one. I've watched it for years. But my problem is I'll have my lunch and go in there and pull that sleep lever on that chair, lights out. Then I wake up and think, what in the heck happened on the show? You know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to click off of this. So
Okay.
thank you for the heads up on how to do the inviting people up.
Yeah, no problem.
That takes the fear out of it.
Yeah. I mean, if they can respond back some way on camera and show you that that's actually them, then that should take care of it.
And I'm sure people will do that.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got to get myself some breakfast cooked up too and start my day.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, we'll catch you later.
All right with me.
Thank you, Rosanna. Have a great day.